I don't know if it's possible to heal everything all at once. I do know it's possible to get a whole lot better right away. My name is Doug Hayes, and this is the honors class. Now, one of the benefits of being in the honors class is that we assume a certain operational understanding. So I don't spend a lot of time talking about myself. If you want to know more about that, it's all in this book right here. It tells my whole story, shares some amazing healing demonstrations, tells you exactly how to do it. You might call it the textbook for the honors class. All right, buckle up, we're going to move fast. Earth is a school. The tests we face here form our curriculum, and the purpose is to graduate. Some make it, some don't. The ones that don't get the chance to repeat the same classes over and over again until they pass. Eventually, everyone graduates. Yes, in life, you get a diploma just for showing up. Now, you guys, on the other hand, are the honors class. You're the best and the brightest. You're like spiritual Navy SEALs, personally trained and hand-selected for a mission that extends far beyond simple graduation. For your mission, should you decide to accept it, is to awaken and to help others to awaken and to serve the greater awakening for all time. A dear friend of mine, a client, called me recently, and he's all stressed out and obviously going through some stuff. I'm sure nobody here can relate. Can you give me something to do to clear myself, he says. I'm so spun out I can hardly think. It's like, yeah, you know those breathing and light exercises we do? So yeah, those are great. I said, well, you know, you could actually do them. And he's like, oh man, you have no idea. I mean, between my whole work thing, my whole food thing, my hot yoga, my hot girlfriend, my Chinese doctor, my American doctor, my chiropractor, my trainer, my life coach, my guru, even my freaking Uber driver, everybody's got something they want me to do. If I did everything they told me, I'd have no life at all. My therapist says I take on too much. What do you think? Keep the therapist. Maybe the hot girlfriend. Now, with respect to my friend, whose trajectory clearly traces a path toward awakening, he is fundamentally deluded in his approach. His problem, however, does point to a more pervasive problem in all of our lives, and that is the relationship between distraction, disconnection, and dis-ease. Human beings are besieged by illness, trauma, chronic pain, chronic fatigue, anxiety, depression, maybe the biggest one of all, addiction in all of its forms. If you live in America, you're living in the second fattest nation on earth. Opiates are a national health emergency. We are becoming increasingly insulated, isolated, separated, despite the pandemic pretense of social media. We are bombarded by noise, toxic chemicals, electromagnetic frequencies, environmental destruction, climate change, violence, corruption, hypocrisy, lies, fake news. Our TV sets are watching us now. We sacrifice our freedom in the name of security, and we feel increasingly powerless and fearful in a world gone mad. Now add into that all the ego mind garbage, all that stuff we carry in our big black bag, you know, all the pain, guilt, loss, grief, remorse, resentment, all the bad stuff we've done or had done to us, all the things we've left broken or incomplete, all of our self-limitation, self-doubt, self-judgment, self-condemnation, self-punishment, self-obsession. Do we begin to notice a trend in the contents of the big black bag? And to top it off, there's this screaming monkey voice in all of our heads telling us how to think, judge, act, look, be. Let me tell you something. Just because there's a voice in your head does not mean you have to do what it says. Under such extreme constant stress, our systems are on burnout. Our capacity to focus our attention has been radically compromised. And that is a real problem because, as it turns out, that ability to focus our attention is essential to our health, our happiness, our very survival under siege. We are being systematically hypnotized into becoming complacent, compliant, addicted consumers. Now more than ever, if we wish to retain our sovereignty over our consciousness, if we wish to have a choice in how we think, feel, and live, then we're going to have to fight for it. You see, the great dumbing down is upon us. It is a statistical fact that since the millennium we have significantly increased our ability to acquire information and significantly decreased our ability to retain it. As a society, we got a whole new look. You know what it is? It's this. Let me break it down for you. If you're getting answers from your smartphone, you're probably asking the wrong questions. Siri does not do well with things like, who am I? Where am I going? Why am I here? All right, here it is. There is a radiant energetic source from which all consciousness emanates. This source energy is present and available to all of us at all times. It is this same source energy which lies at the center of our ability to heal, and by that I mean our innate ability to heal ourselves and to heal others, to be restored into the fullness of our being despite our current state or circumstances, to transform our deepest challenges into our most compelling opportunities, to clear the debris from our field, to drop all that crap in our big black bag, to rise above that noise in our heads, to reveal the true brilliance of who we are, to experience health, happiness, abundance, love, trust, to serve the greater good as we bring our own most treasured gifts into the world, to protect you on your mission. You're given the ultimate spiritual weapon. Carry it with you at all times and use it only for the highest good. It is known as your practice, your personal way of connecting in with divine source energy. Breath, light, movement, music, meditation, prayer, healing. Ultimately, it doesn't matter what your practice is. It only matters that you have one. Albert Einstein might have said, there are two ways to live your life. One is that nothing is a miracle. The other is that everything is a miracle. Now you notice this magnificent idea does not require a change in content. It's the same spontaneously creative universe with or without the miraculous. No, what it proposes is a shift in context, a shift in the fundamental consciousness of our experience. And when we do that, when we consciously flip that switch from being victims of our circumstances to being inspired co-authors, co-creators of our experience, we automatically catapult ourselves into the realm of the miraculous. Miracles are everywhere. It's just to see them, you got to turn on the light. I went to one of my teachers and said, if I have an important choice to make, why don't I just flip a coin? I mean, God's in charge of everything. He's in charge of the coin too, right? So why don't I just flip a coin? My teacher gave me a look I will describe as tolerant and said, why would you limit God to only two options? Awakening to Source is a process, not an event. The journey itself is the destination. It is one of unimaginable wonder and unthinkable challenge. It will strip away your ego and your vanity as it reveals the most astonishing beauty and meaning. It will reduce your weakness to rubble as it reveals the fiery core of your strength. It will call into question everything you think you know as it grants you access to the truth of who you are. It will drag you through the darkness of your fears and failures as it lights your way to your most brilliant powers and possibilities. So right here, right now, we come to a choice point. Right here, right now, we choose to end our search, at last to arrive, to come home, to one heart, one love, one mind, to fully embrace and embody our deepest awareness, our highest spiritual frequency, to live our lives in rising resonance with that in a dynamic, harmonious, co-creative relationship with our own source energy, with our own divine within. And this, my brothers and sisters, is where the miracles happen. Right here, right I'm Doug Hayes. This is the honors class. Reach out. It's DougHayesHealing.com. The book is The Touch, Healing Miracles and Methods. Heal right now.